I'm Natalia Bilbao, and here's what's happening in LA this week. Firefighters in Los Angeles do much more than respond to 911 calls. They also reach out to those in need. We recently joined these first responders in Northridge as they continue to fill the boot with people's generous donations.
We're out here today in Northridge for the Muscular Dystrophy Association Fill the Boot, where we are raising money for kids with muscular dystrophy. We have locations all throughout the city.
Since the start of our relationship, over $700 million has been raised, $1 at a time.
Sometimes the public doesn't always understand why they're out here collecting money. My daughter gives a face to what they're doing and why they're doing it.
That money goes towards funding research for our families with neuromuscular diseases. Since 2015, we've had over 20 different treatments approved by the FDA, and these treatments are making a huge impact on lives daily.
There's two brothers, they're both in wheelchairs. One of them is able to start walking now because of this medication. And there's no better feeling than that when you see somebody directly benefiting from the funds that we receive. We also are helping to raise money to send kids to a summer camp where they can be with other kids who are just like them, where they feel special and where they can be engaged and do things that other kids can do.
This camp really gives them a sense of freedom and unity that they sometimes don't get outside of something like that.
People supporting me and the MDA means there are people out there who care.
And if they want more information of this, they can go to LAFD.org/news and get more information about it.
I want to thank the firefighters for their hard work.
It means the world to me to know that there are people out there who love my daughter without even meeting her.
That's what it's all about, is coming together as a community and being involved with these kids.
Ensuring the safety of Angelenos is what LAPD officers dedicate their lives to. City representatives, officers, and families gathered at the LAPD headquarters to remember and honor the brave men and women who have given their lives in the line of duty.
Downtown Los Angeles at the police headquarters facility, honoring the 239 LAPD officers we've lost since the inception of the LAPD. It's truly an honor to be here with friends and family, elected officials, loved ones. I personally know a lot of these individuals that we lost, and we think about them all the time, but it's great to pick a day where we all come together and just celebrate them.
To those of you who knew and loved these heroes, you called them wife, husband, mom, dad, brother, sister, or friend. Please know that we will never forget the service and sacrifice of your loved one.
I'm here for my younger brother, Dwayne Johnson. He was killed in December 19th, 1984 in what they called the Chinatown shootout. And his partner was gravely wounded, and I'm here to just honor them both. Your heart goes into overdrive, especially when I look at the officers of today. I pray for them, whether they know other people care or not. And a lot of officers here have lost officer friends and family.
This memorial ceremony is a profound reminder of the legacy of our fallen heroes and the price they paid to ensure all of our safety. As the chief of the Los Angeles Police Department, it's both my duty and my honor to stand before you here today to pay tribute to our fallen officers. Each name engraved on the memorial behind you represents a life dedicated to service, a life that ended far too soon, but those whose lives impacted and resonate within our communities forever.
all recognize the ice cream truck melody or the smell of fresh tacos, right? Food trucks, especially in LA, have always been part of the landscape. The Cypress Park Commissary in Northeast LA has reopened as a cooperative, showing the city's commitment to supporting vendors and their families.
We are doing a reopening of this commissary. Back in 2022, the rent at this commissary for the vendors increased. There's stalls for each of the vendors, and the cost just became unattainable for them. And so many self-evicted, many were harassed out of here, but there was a group of vendors that stayed though. The vendors have created a cooperative union together to build out what we would like to see as a 21st century commissary that is owned by the vendors. So today, after years of struggle, we're reopening this commissary as a cooperative.
We're very happy that they finally accomplished this. They could be self-sustained within the next year. They'll be able to sustain themselves.
We have created a permitting process. People can get their permits to sell. They can go to the county and get their permits, but we haven't seen an investment in the infrastructure and in the sustainability and longevity of these businesses.
El hecho de que funcionemos como comisaría cambió definitivamente nuestra vida. ¿Por qué? Porque vamos a salir a trabajar con un permiso regular que exige la ley, así decirlo.
Many of the vendors I grew up with. You know, I have vendors here who have been my ice cream truck vendors. I have vendors here who have been selling tacos in my district. And CD1 is saturated with vendors. Down from the Salvadoran corridor, the Guatemalan street vendors, all throughout the district. So we wanted to show what it looks like and what the city can do to invest in the infrastructure of our street vendors.
Muchas gracias.
Check out what else is cooking at Council District 1 by visiting cd1.lacity.gov. Cleaning up after yourself is such a simple yet important habit, especially when it comes to public spaces like beaches. For Kids Ocean Day, local children gathered at Dockweiler Beach for a cleanup and to learn how small contributions can really help protect our planet.
This is the 29th time we've been here at Dockweiler State Beach. We actually first came here in 1994, so that's 30 years that we've been doing this program. The theme for today is making ripples. The idea of making ripples is how your one action can ripple out and be a wave of impact on others. And the aerial art that we're doing today is a large kid touching a ripple on the sand.
We want to educate kids at a very young age so that they are very mindful of what's in the water, what's in the ocean, where is it that we go and play.
The reason I chose to bring my kids here is because, one, they love to be outside and be able to interact with one another, and then on top of that, it reminds them about how to keep the beach clean and the environment. So we talk about pollution and all the things that are important for them.
It makes me feel happy because then the animals have a better place to live and they don't have to worry about any trash.
When I see Kids Ocean Day, I see them as kind, polite, helping other people learn, to know all about what people are doing to our beautiful oceans, what impact we're doing.
And the prime directive for all the volunteers that show up is the safety of the children that we're taking care of today, and to create an atmosphere where they fall in love. Where they fall in love with the beach and fall in love with the ocean, just like Ella did.
When we do a day like today, we have to take into consideration what happens upstream from the ocean. And that's why it's important to be able to identify for all of the children today that every piece of plastic, every piece of trash, it comes out here. And we have to be mindful of recycling, of throwing things away, and of cleaning our environment. It's a memory that we're making for them, and hopefully it's a changed behavior as well.
Well-being applies to the physical and mental realm, and at the Fremont Arts and Wellness Festival, both were featured. With fresh plants, food, live music, and many things to explore, the Fremont Community Gardens became a great spot for the community to connect and access resources.
Today we are at the Fremont Art and Wellness Festival for 2024. This is actually the second year that we've tried doing this festival.
This is a space where we were able to invite a lot of students as well as community members in and around the South Central LA area to be able to enjoy some art, some resources, some food, as well as learn a little bit more about how to stay healthy and fit. A lot of people, it's their first time that they know that this green space exists within the area of the community. So even just being able to see kids running around, adults, elders, families out here is really beautiful, as well as the wellness centers just getting their kind of space to shine. All of the resources in those spaces are free for community, for the students here, as well as folks who don't have students here. So it's a huge, huge deal.
Also, it is Mental Health Awareness Month, so we want to bring the community together, share resources.
Mental health, it's something really important, especially for students in high school, since a lot of us stress out, so that's the part that stood out to me the most.
I think I got people excited about at least putting their hands in the dirt and, you know, exploring something new. So that's what it's all about, trying to reach people, teach them how to garden, and educate them at the same time about their local community.
Those moments where you're able to help someone and connect with them personally is super fulfilling for me.
Applications for the LApreneur program are now open. An LA zoo otter joins a breeding program in Argentina, and the LA City Council will look into limiting artificial turf and providing safe drinking water. These stories up next on City Beat.
Summer cohort applications are now available for the LApreneur program that offers entrepreneurship education and resources to start or grow your business. Established by the LA Mayor's Office of Business and Economic Development and the city's Economic and Workforce Development Department, LApreneur provides supplies and tools at no cost to participants. In partnership with the Network for Teaching Entrepreneurship, the city's business source centers, and Loyola Marymount University, this program streamlines entrepreneurship education. LApreneur is a flexible program offering a variety of tools that include online learning modules, virtual workshops, entrepreneurial mindset training, and one-on-one business assistance. Apply now as space is limited to participate. You must be a resident of the City of Los Angeles or have a business within the city. To find out more information, click the LApreneur tab at ewdd.lacity.gov. The Los Angeles Zoo recently announced that 8-year-old female giant otter Rosario has moved to Argentina from the zoo to join a breeding program. Partnering with Rewilding Argentina, Los Angeles Zoo is the first U.S. zoo to send a giant otter to the reintroduction program where the species has gone extinct. To ensure safe transport, 2 animal care experts flew with Rosario to Argentina, and after a mandatory quarantine period, she'll go to a species-specific corral in Iberia National Park. Rosario and her male partner, a giant otter from a European zoo, are the 3rd breeding pair in this program, and their offspring will be candidates for release into the wild. Rewilding Argentina started the giant otter reintroduction process with otters from European zoos. However, to ensure healthy animals, otters from different gene pools are needed. To plan your visit and learn more about the zoo, go to lazoo.org/press. In a motion by Council Member Bob Blumenfield and approved by the Los Angeles City Council, the LA Department of Water and Power will now test for hazardous contaminants to ensure safe drinking water for all Angelenos. According to the Environmental Protection Agency, PFAs are a group of synthetic chemicals used in consumer products and industrial materials since the 1940s. PFAs and other similar contaminants are known to be dangerous and can lead to risks of some cancers, reproductive effects, and developmental delays. Councilmember Blumenfield has requested city departments to provide recommendation for limitations or bans on the future installation of synthetic grass and artificial turf that also contains PFAs in transition to more drought-friendly landscaping. Artificial turf and synthetic grass has been used with good intention. However, studies have concluded that being made from petroleum products, it has negative environmental impacts and can burn in wildfires. For more information, visit blumenfield.lacity.org.
Reseda Rising Art Walk turned the streets into an outdoor art exhibition where different local artists showcase their pieces. From paintings to pictures, artists shared the inspiration behind their work, and locals enjoyed seeing Reseda as if they were looking through colored lenses.
This is my Reseda Rising Art Walk Festival. This is the 6th year that we've done it. We are back stronger than ever. We are getting the community together to celebrate Reseda, celebrate its artistic past, and bring people together in a way that showcases what we're doing here in Reseda.
Well, what's going on is I'm selling my artwork today. This is my first time in this event, and so far I'm having a great time. I'm sharing my work with the people in Reseda and hoping to connect with other artists and other people that vibe with my artwork. And yeah, I can't wait to do it again.
So today I am exhibiting some Polaroids. I'm a professional Polaroid photographer. My exhibit here for Enchanted Valley is Polaroids from all around the valley, that just moment of stillness of the beauty behind the palm trees and the lowriders and everything that makes the valley what it is.
This is my first time displaying my sculptures. I'm a metal sculptor. I make most of all of my work here in the West Hills out of my garage. As I understand it, this is sponsored by Mr. Blumenfield, and I appreciate it. I think it's a great thing that arts are being promoted in this region.
This art walk is part of my Reseda Rising initiative, which is an initiative to invest more than $100 million into Reseda, a traditionally underserved community, as a way to really create catalytic projects that will enhance the community and also do things like this that bring the community together. You see families, children, people just enjoying Reseda. They get a little taste of what is to come here in Reseda, and we get to tell them about some of the projects, but mostly it's to have a good time and celebrate this community.
Stay updated with future events and programs happening in Reseda and the southwestern San Fernando Valley by visiting cd3.lacity.gov. Ankle tap, blind side, blood bin. These are not terms used by nurses, but rather rugby players. The Department of Cultural Affairs and the Rugby Club of LA partner up. The reason? To celebrate Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month by infusing AAPI artistic elements around the arena and on the field.
What's going on here today at the Dignity Health Arena is that we're in partnership with the Rugby Football Club of Los Angeles, and we will be passing out cultural guides, and we will be interviewing artists and celebrating culture all around Los Angeles.
Today I'm invited to this game from LADCA. My artwork will be here displayed at the game. So I'm very thankful.
I'm one of the artists that has artwork in the calendar guide. I'm actually kind of excited about this because I've never seen rugby live and I don't know much about it. So I'm really excited to see how this is going to turn out.
It's really important to the Department of Cultural Affairs to celebrate diversity in all cultures, not just the American, Asian, Island, Pacific Month. We celebrate African American Month. We celebrate LGBT Pride Month. We celebrate Native American Heritage Month. We celebrate Latino Heritage Month. It's important because we're a diverse city full of so many different kinds of cultures, and it's important to acknowledge that everybody has a voice here in the Department of Cultural Affairs, as well as the City of Los Angeles.
Happy Pride, everyone! In our feature story this week, the LA Civil Rights Department talked to members of the Transgender Advisory Council about how they experience Pride Month and the importance of continuing to advocate for basic rights and ensure the well-being of all members of the LGBTQ+ community.
My name is Brittany McKinley. I am president of the Human Relations Commission here at LA Civil Rights. I'm so excited to be sitting here with two members of the Transgender Advisory Council, Commissioner Jasmine Nikela Creighton and Commissioner Shane Ivan Nash. What does Pride Month mean to you?
Pride Month means to me unlimited possibilities. It opens and gives voice to more people.
It's the time of the year that we as community members can really come out, be ourselves, and really meet with family that we haven't seen all year long.
So I think, to the outside looking in, Pride just seems like a time where everyone wears a lot of great colors, looks amazing, and parties. But why is it so important to celebrate Pride?
So many lives have been sacrificed for this moment. LGBTQ, TGI folks have always been here, doing the work and providing services. But oftentimes we, get as a community shunned or pushed aside. There's a lot of violence. So we want to reassure people, reaffirm our space and our place in the society.
Pride to me, I will never forget what the world was before Pride was what it is today. And I hope to remind people that we can easily regress if we don't continue with the progress we've made. A lot of the work we do here is ever expansive. Something currently we're focusing on is housing. Housing is a crisis across the spectrum in LA, and that's a compounding factor specifically for trans people because of a lot of the different barriers they face in their life.
Oftentimes, trans folks are discriminated when they're applying for, the various apartments or homes that they're, going for due to the fact that they're judged on so many different variations. They get often judged by their appearance, and so you can be denied, before you even, turn in your application.
What can the public do to be an ally to the LGBTQIA+ community?
Be kind, be gentle, compassionate, understanding.
Please remember that if you are experiencing discrimination in commerce, education, employment, or housing, you can contact LA Civil Rights and we will advocate for you.
In this week's Things to Do, soak in some puppy love at the dog days at Pershing Square. Attend While Things Are Happening, The Art of Maurice Sendak, and journey through American history at the Choo Review with Frank Fairfield. All this up next on Things to Do.
LA's tail-wagging 16th annual Dog Days extravaganza returns to Pershing Square for a 2-day event. This fun, free, and canine-friendly day kicks off with Bring Your Dog to Work Day on Friday, June 14th. The fun continues in the square as a Dog Days party featuring items from dog-friendly vendors, yummy treats, and activities for canines and humans. You and your canine buddy can enjoy free dog caricatures, photo ops, and live DJs throughout the day. Then come back on Saturday, June 15th to enjoy free community dog walks and puppy yoga. Paid admission is required. For more information, go to laparks.org/Pershing Square/events. The Skirball Cultural Center invites you to an enchanting story time and art-making adventure inspired by the exhibition Wild Things Are Happening, The Art of Maurice Sendak. Attendees will display their creativity through art making after story time, drawing inspiration from the whimsical world of Maurice Sendak. Led by artists and educators from Noah's Ark at the Skirball, participants will receive a family pass to visit the Skirball for free. If you can't participate in person, any library card holder can obtain free admission to the Skirball for up to 4 people through the library's Discover and Go program. Wild Things Are Happening, The Art of Maurice Sendak exhibition is Saturday, June 15th from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. at LA's Central Library. For more information, visit lapl.org/events. Journey through the history of American music with Frank Fairfield and special guests for his new show, Choo Review, Friday, June 14th at the Bob Baker Marionette Theater at 8 p.m. Frank Fairfield is a multi-instrumental music teacher and record collector who spent many years performing Anglo-American vernacular music around the country. In this performance, Frank will showcase styles, histories, and stories as they influence and impact the evolution of American string music. Frank has performed at Albert Hall, the Kennedy Center, and has played at the Newport Folk Festival and appeared on NPR's Tiny Desk concert series. Made possible in part by a grant from the City of Los Angeles Department of Cultural Affairs, this event is free on Friday, June 14th, but registration is required. For more information, go to bobbakermarionettetheater.com. And that's a look at some things to do.
And that's all for this week. I'm Natalia Bilbao, and from all of us here at LA This Week, thank you so much for joining us. Remember that you can watch us online anytime at lacityview.org, and we're also on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube. See you next time for more LA This Week.